Welcome to What's New with Everdell. Today let's go over the Mistwood expansion. The Nightweave expansion is intended to be played with one or two players, with Nightweave herself also being treated as a player. So when playing solo, set up the board as though playing with two players, leaving the bottom right forest location empty. But if playing with two players, place a forest card in that location. When placing special event cards, do not play with the Everdell Games card. Each player only gets 5 critter and construction cards. To set up Nightweave, place both her boards to one side of the main board. Give Nightweave the 8-sided die. If playing solo, give her 1 critter and construction card. If playing with 2 players, give her 2. Next, choose a difficulty level from 0 to 4 and place that card by the Nightweave board as well. Next, sort the activity cards according to season. Going from left to right and up to down, cards that start with the winter symbol go in the winter stack, spring into spring, summer into summer, and autumn into autumn. Cards that have the new leaf train symbol stay even if you are not playing with new leaf. However, if you are not playing with Pearlbrook, then remove cards with the Pearlbrook symbol. So now let's set up the winter activity cards. The top left corner of these cards will either be blank, have spider workers, or the Nightweave symbol. To set up the winter deck, randomly select 2 of the spider worker cards, place one aside, and put the other in the box. It will not be used this game. Shuffle the remaining 7 cards together, and when that's completed, place the spider worker card that's left on top of that stack. Place the stack of winter activity cards in Nightweave's lair. Place the other stacks face up near Nightweave's lair. They will be added in during gameplay. Take the activity token on its winter side and place it by the activity deck to remind you what season Nightweave is in. The other token set aside until it is needed. Then place Nightweave and 2 workers in her lair. Place the 6 remaining workers on Nightweave's Prepare for Season section, placing 1 in spring, 2 in summer, and 3 in autumn. When playing against Nightweave, Nightweave herself is the first player. So for Nightweave's turn, turn over the top card of the activity deck. To determine what action Nightweave will take, first locate the season that she's in. And at the beginning of the game, she will be in winter. So she will perform one of the winter actions. If she's able to, she will perform the action that's on the left of the slash. If unable to, she will move on to the action on the right and do that one instead. And if unable to do that, she will do as much of the default action at the bottom of the card as she can. So now let's learn what the card actions mean. Draw a card to her hand and shuffle means draw 1 card from the main Critters and Construction deck and shuffle it into Nightweave's hand. Nightweave has no card limit for her hand. Discard the top card of her hand means the top card of her hand goes into the main discard pile. Play top card from her hand means take the top card of Nightweave's hand and place it into her city. When placing a card into her city, Nightweave ignores all costs and all text. It just gets placed into her city. So during gameplay, Nightweave will never gain any resources. Even when placing a worker gets placed to block the space. She will not gain that resource. If Nightweave is playing the Fool, she will play the Fool into your city. Unless you already have a Fool or your city is full, in which case the Fool will get discarded. If Nightweave's city already has 15 cards, she cannot place a card into her city. Next is gain point tokens equal to the game's difficulty level. So she will gain anything from 0 points for a tame game to 4 points for a terrifying game. For gain point token, gain the amount of point tokens indicated on the card. So in this case, after discarding a card, gain 1 point token. To play a card from the meadow, roll the 8-sided die and take the card indicated, numbering the cards 1 through 8. So in this example, we would take card 1, replenish the meadow, and place that card from the meadow into Nightweave City. If the die gets rolled and Nightweave is already in that location, take a card from the top of the main stack and place it into Nightweave City. To play a card from the meadow, then place Nightweave there. First, place a card into Nightweave City as you normally would, but then place Nightweave herself into that location. If Nightweave City is already full, then place the card rolled into discard instead and still place Nightweave in that location. When you have this symbol on a card, it means you will place a spider worker in the indicated location. If Nightweave drew a card that said to place a worker, but she had no workers to place, but she herself were still not yet placed, so it wasn't yet time to prepare for season, she would still gain the point tokens of the default action. And now let's go through the worker locations. Any non-open location in Nightweave's city means take one of Nightweave's available workers and place it on a non-open location in her city. And Nightweave can always play an available worker on any non-open location, even if it says it's locked. To do any open location in a player's city, take one of Nightweave's available workers and place it on a human player's open location card. You still gain the point token you normally would. To determine which player Nightweave will visit if playing with two players, refer to the tiebreaker arrow at the bottom right of the card. Regular order of play is to go clockwise, so in this case, this worker would go to the next player clockwise, which means counterclockwise, this worker would go to the other player. When placing a Nightweave worker in your city, you choose which open location that worker will go to. If no human player has an open location, place that worker in an open location in Nightweave's own city, and she will gain the point token associated with that card. To take a basic event action, if Nightweave's city meets the requirements to claim a basic event, then one of Nightweave's workers gets placed on that event for them to claim. If Nightweave does not meet the requirements to claim a basic event, she instead will claim what she has at least 2 cards of. If she doesn't meet either of those requirements or is eligible for more than one thing, use the tiebreaker. Let's say, for example, that Nightweave was able to place a worker on either the Harvest Festival or the Cartographer's Expedition. To know which one she will take, refer to the arrows at the bottom right of the card. For a clockwise tiebreaker, start at the left and move right. So in this case, clockwise would mean they get the Harvest Festival. To do a tiebreaker using counterclockwise arrows, start from the right and move left. However, in this case, Cartographers is what we established she can get, so that is what she gets. To gain a special event, if Nightweave City meets the requirements of one of the cards, place one of her workers on that card for her to gain. If she only has one of the required cards to claim an event, she will still claim that event. If she's unable to get a special event either of these ways, then do a tiebreaker. And note that Nightweave can only claim one special event this way per season. So you would have to move on to the next action once one special event has been gained this season. When playing with Market/Haven, disregard Market as it only comes up during the Belfair expansion, which this tutorial will not go over. So when doing the Haven action, place one of Nightweave's available workers on the Haven location. The Haven is the only shared location that Nightweave will place her workers. Wonders and Adornments come with the Pearlbrook expansion. That is why it is either a basic event or wonder. Wonders take the place of basic events. We will not be going over the Pearlbrook expansion during this tutorial. When it tells you to place on a basic resource, place a worker on the indicated location. If that location is blocked, do a tiebreaker. So in this case, we would move clockwise, which goes from left to right. So the next available spot would be this spot. So if we were playing with this card and we had to go counterclockwise, we would not go to the next location, we would go to the next exclusive location. When instructed to place a worker on a specific forest location,
Place a worker on the indicated location. So it says to go on the top left forest location. If that location is blocked, do a tiebreaker and treat the board as a large circle. So in this case, we would go clockwise to the next available location. And to play a worker on journey, place a worker on the indicated location. And if that spot is blocked, do a tiebreaker to the next available location.
A Nightweave worker will never be placed in the shared location.
If Nightweave is in the meadow and there are no more workers to place when you draw a card that requires one of these to be placed, it is time for Nightweave to prepare for season. To do that, return Nightweave to her lair without replenishing the card in the meadow. Return her workers to her lair, including any basic or special events.
Events being placed in her lair as achievements.
And if at this point Nightweave meets the requirements of another basic event, she would now gain that event to be placed with her other achievements. If she qualifies for more than one, do a tiebreaker. Take the stack of cards that begin at the next season and shuffle those in with the activity cards currently in use. This will be her new activity stack.
Replace the season token with the next season. Add the spider workers according to the season that Nightweave will be going into. So for spring, add 1 worker.
Then follow the other instructions listed for that season. In this case, draw 2 cards from the main stack and shuffle it in with Nightweave's current stack. Then discard 1 random card from the meadow. So roll the 8-sided die, discard whichever number that is.
If you roll a number that indicates an empty space, move on to the next card clockwise.
And now the meadow gets replenished.
For summer, add the 2 workers, then take 2 cards from the meadow to add to Nightweave's hand. And in autumn, add the 3 workers, add 2 cards from the main deck to Nightweave's hand, and discard 2 cards from the meadow, then replenish. When it comes to playing your own turn, play as you normally would, keeping the following in mind. Whenever you are required to give cards to Nightweave, shuffle them into her stack. For the number of cards given to Nightweave, give the same number of tokens. So in this case, we gave 1 card, so Nightweave gains 1 token as well as 1 card. Whenever you are required to give Nightweave resources, do not give her those resources and instead discard those resources and draw a number of cards equal to the number of resources you just discarded.
And shuffle those into her main stack. In this case, because they are taking the place of resources, she does not get point tokens per card.
Whenever you are required to give Nightweave point tokens, she will take those point tokens.
The game ends when all human players have passed and Nightweave has prepared for season at the end of autumn.
When Nightweave is in autumn and must prepare for season, it is the end of her game. If she meets the requirement to gain 1 more basic event,
she would now claim that basic event. Use a tiebreaker if necessary.
If Nightweave's game has ended before your game has ended, she would still receive tokens from you, but not cards and resources. When it comes to endgame scoring, score your game normally. Score Nightweave's game based on the chosen level of difficulty. So in this example, Nightweave would score the printed values of city cards, point tokens, journey points, and basic events. So in this case, she would get 5, 8, 11 points for these items,
plus 5 for the journey.
In this example, Nightweave scores 3 points per special event, regardless of the printed value. So in this case, Nightweave would get 6 points for having 2 special event cards. So in this case, Nightweave would get 6 points per special event card for 12 points. And whoever has the highest score is the winner. Thank you for joining me to learn what's new with Everdell Mistwood's solo setup. Have fun, and I invite you to join me now as I do a playthrough. And welcome back to Everdell. So today, of course, we're going through the Nightweave Mistwood module. So Mistwood is the, I hesitate to say expansion, but it's the mode. But it does come with expansions, modules for playing Nightweave, Nightweave being another solo mode. You can play with 2 players, but we're playing solo here. So anyways, I am set up the way I normally would be. I have chosen today to be the pigs standing on their hind legs. I'm sure that won't cause any issues or anything like that. So as for our special events, we're going to need Lookout Miner Mole, Monk Dungeon, Woodcarver Chapel, and Shopkeeper Post Office. And of course, the board is set up as we normally would for a 2-player game. This spot empty. This is Nightweave's setup. So she starts with herself and 2 workers, the 8-sided die being there. So Rugwort uses it, so does she. She has her 1 card. We have our 5 cards. And this is just the difficulty level. There's 0 through 4, so 5 different difficulties. Of course, to start off, let's play Tame. And this symbol also might come up on these cards here. That means if you ever have to do that action, that's how many point tokens Nightweave will get. So she will get, city cards. So 4 points for this queen, for example, she would get the 4 points, the 0, the 3, the 1, and so forth. As journey points, that's your journey here at the end of the, or when she's in autumn, we will add autumn cards to her activity deck. So of course, when she goes to spring, we add spring cards, summer, add as summer cards, and so forth. And then basic events, whatever points those are, they're all 3 with the basics. So she'll get 3. And as for the points that she'll get for the special events, that's these up here, instead of getting, the 2 points or 3 points, you'll get exclusively 3 points per special event. And we're not playing with Pearlbrook, so we can disregard that. We're not playing with any of the expansions. So just base game and base Mistwood. So there we go. So on our end, everything's set up normally. So Nightweave goes first. That's how this module is played, which means flip a card, and we're in winter, or Nightweave is in winter rather. So we go to the winter section as opposed to the spring or the summer or the autumn. We look exclusively in winter. And okay, so Nightweave does what is on the left side of the slash if Nightweave is able to. If unable to, move on to the right side of the slash and do that instead. If for some reason she is entirely unable to do either of those, she would then move on to the market / haven, the default, the you can't do that, so might as well just do that one. So in this case, if you did do that, you would get the amount of point tokens, in this case 0. But right now she's just going to take a worker and place it in the bottom left of the board. And that's it. That's all she does. My turn is done normally, so let's see what we got this game. Gatherer, Barge, Toe School, Monk, Resin Refinery. Castle. King is for the castle. I don't have any synergies standing out. Queen, Palace. Oh. Queen is for the palace. Castle's the king. Okay. 2 resin refineries, but no chip sweep. Bard. What do I do? Having that queen is a nice... that's too bad there's no farm. In a resin? That would be okay. Oh, I don't have that mine, do I? Nope. Because gain a... what do you call it? A pebble is a really good one to have. Although there's 2 pebble spots. Let's do this. Let's gain a pebble and 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. So we have a general store, storehouse. And a chip sweep. Okay, so that could do something for me. Resin refinery. Oh, that's what I was going for anyways. And then I can activate one of these in my city. So that's nice. Okay. I will continue doing what I was going to do. Awesome. Now, Nightweave. Flip. Look at what season you're in, which is winter. Now, this one means place a card from the meadow into your city. How do you do that? That's what the die is for. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 3 is the judge. Judge is now in Nightweave City. It's as easy as that. Don't bother with any text. Don't bother with any limits. Nightweave gets what Nightweave gets. And there's a gatherer. Oh, that's what I'm doing. My turn. Okay, so I have 8, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's my limit. Might as well make the most of this and get a couple of these plus a twig in a might as well move. Okay, so what's Nightweave's next move? Place herself. That's what this is. So, place a card from the meadow. 5, the theater. That'll be special. And then place herself in that spot. That's what the do this and that. And Nightweave will prepare for season when you pull a card and it's a worker symbol or her symbol on it and you can't place because there's literally nothing at all. Once that happens, then it's her prepare for season time. Because there are a couple of cards where it's not a worker or a Nightweave, so you would just do that action. But once you have a Nightweave or worker symbol there, then it's time for her to prepare for season. As for me, I'm going to build this. 1 and 1 in my city. Done and done. Plus gain a resin for having done that. Very nice. And place a worker on Pebble. Done. So now, like I said, the next time we see a worker symbol or Nightweave symbol, it'll be prepare for season. But if there's nothing, we'll just do what it says and hope the next card is. So anyways, might as well place that. So let's grab one of these and place that there. Activate one in your city. I only have one, so I guess I'll just get another resin. Nightweave. And there it is. It is now Nightweave's prepare for season because that has a symbol there. So what is her prepare for season? Naturally, take all her workers back, including her, that one, and that one. We're going to take the worker that's for spring and 2 cards added to her hand. Anytime you add cards to Nightweave's hand, shuffle it up, and there it is. In case you're wondering what this was, this is my border, so I know to not go inside or outside right there. That's what that is. So I know stay in here for showing gameplay. And then trash a card from the meadow. And that one will be 7, Queen. Wow. Now you replenish. So that was by design. So they say if once she's taken, don't replenish yet. Leave that spot empty and then trash. So that I'm assuming so that you can replenish with more cards. If you replenish and then just replace with the same one, or that there's that chance. Oh, farm. Gatherers. 3, 4, 5, 6. Where's my harvester? I don't get one. Okay. I guess prepare for season done. What am I doing? I'm not building anything, am I? Resin refinery. Technically could. Couldn't do the farm. No, I would need general store. Gain one. If you have a farm, gain an additional one. I kind of could. Getting berries help with adding. Then I could go for. Okay, I could. It's really early to be building more stuff, though. Jump off the deep end. Gain a berry. Okay. Oh, one thing I did forget about Nightweave. I forgot to change her activity cards. So activity cards, you know that these are the spring ones because there's no winter, but there is spring. And yes, that means for summer there'll be no winter and spring, but there will be summer, and so the same thing for autumn. So I'll just put all of these together and shuffle. And now go. So we're no longer in winter, we are in spring. And for spring, block off pebble. Thanks. My turn. There's no shopkeeper. And nah, I'm going to prepare for season myself. So one, and this one. Now activate, gain another resin, and gain a berry, and resin or berries. If I have a farm, I don't have a farm. What's a farm need? One. Berries or resin? Go ahead and just tell me. What? I can't hear you. Literally. Um, do I bother going for that castle? Or is that a pointless goal? Okay. That's it. Nightweave can go. Go to an open location. I don't have any open locations, so that's not going to happen. Therefore, move to the market/haven. Market is for Belfair. We're not playing with Belfair, so therefore, going to go to the haven. Boom, haven, and gain 3 point tokens. I'll just give a 3 token and put it with our achievements. That'll bug me, so I'll just do that. That's Nightweave's next turn. Okay. What about me? You blocked off that pebble one. This isn't smart. One. I'm not here to play smart anyways. I'm here to just play 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Crane, Bard, Shepherd, Bard. Wasn't the Bard for the theater? Yeah. But the theater's been taken or discarded. I wasn't keeping track. Okay. Anyways. It's not my turn anyways. Okay, Nightweave, what you doing? Place yourself. Place 1, 6. Postal pigeon, so you have a bindle. And place yourself there. My turn. What am I doing? What am I going to rip my... And any resource? Well, I mean, if I can get any resource, then I'll choose a purple. But I'm full on cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I'm full on cards. Ooh, I could play the crane. Right? Play the crane, and then this is what I have left. So 1, 2. Oh, I would still need one. I would still need one stick. Do you mind a takesy backsy? I'm doing a takesy backsy. Doesn't change anything else. Okay. Nightweave. Spring, please. And in spring, go to one of her own locations, which doesn't have, there are no red cards, and then get a, but because she can't do that, she will go to a basic event. And what basic event is she going to go to? Well, she doesn't qualify to fully get one, so instead, what's the next closest that Nightweave would qualify for is blue or Bindle. And this is a reverse clockwise one. So a clockwise one, in this event, you would start from the left, work right. Reverse clockwise, you would start right, work left. As in, whatever was closest one to the right side is the one that Nightweave will place their worker on. So cartographer, expedition, because of the bindle, is what Nightweave will get. So what do I do next? So the next time a worker or Nightweave symbol comes up, it'll be Nightweave's prepare for season. I still have a worker. Oh, you're right. That wouldn't have mattered. That was dumb. No, you're right. I shouldn't do a takesy backsy. I should just take what I had. Nightweave. Is it a worker? Nope. It is a play top card from her hand. And play means put into city. It's a red one. So now Nightweave has a worker location. So now Nightweave would be able to place a worker on one of her own spots. My turn. And I will use the last worker, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, to get twigs and a card. Oh, I can draw 2 from the meadow. Maybe I should just get 3 twigs. 1, 2, 3. And worker, yeah. So now it is Nightweave's prepare for season. So take, and this is hers. And that just goes, with their achievements. Take these back, and 2 cards from the meadow. 4. This will get shuffled, so 8. And that just goes there. Now replenish once that's happened. Oh, harvester. And another farm. And a teacher. Some good stuff now. And let's do this. We add in our summer cards. Cards there. And I just realized as I was doing that, I like to have my blues right in front of my face so I don't forget about them. And there's your summer token. Let's remember that it is summertime. As for what I'm doing, I can take that castle now, can't I? Playing construction, you may discard this crane from your city to play that construction for 3 fewer. So let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 3 fewer. 3 fewer means, how did I get that stone? Pebble. Shoot, I messed up something, didn't I? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Okay, okay. Keep that for a different construction. Trash this. Castle. Special point. Just put it up there for now. King? Nope. Shopkeeper. Cool. Okay, so Nightweave's summer. And be sure you're looking at the summer. I have messed that up a little bit sometimes. Anyways, that goes here. However, I can't. So a tiebreaker means move, in this case, counterclockwise. The arrows are going counterclockwise. So you start here and in a circular motion, because this can be seen as a circle, go to the next spot. So that's there. And boom, I cannot do that until their next prepare for season. I feel like since I'm here, I might as well do the shopkeeper. I have no problem gaining berries after I play a critter. This is blue. Let's not forget that. And that's my move. Nightweave. And summer, please. This cannot be done. So this is a case where the first action cannot be done because you can't even move to the next spot. So you move to the next. And of course, Pebble is blocked. That seems to be her MO. Okay, so my turn means what? What do I... Go for the farm. I need another... I don't have a judge. I love having a judge. Okay. If I'm going for the farm... Do I take this now? No. I have one in my hand. Yes. So don't worry about this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm going to prepare for season. And I'm hoping put a worker on wood to get enough wood to build the farm, to power the harvester, which I'll have in my hand once I prepare for season, and then to lay down a gatherer. Okay. There's 2 farms. Oh, I didn't realize there's 2. I'm preparing for season right now. And draw 2 meadow cards. This is the one I can draw. Now I'm at 8. That's why I'm only taking 1. And a queen. Queen lives in the palace. There's no palace. Out. Castle. Castle's for the king. Palace is for the queen. That's too bad. I just prepared for season. Nightweave. You're in summer. Take a meadow card and put yourself into the meadow. 7. Farm. Oh. 1 of each card type. Okie dokie. And put yourself, not another card, in the meadow. My turn. My turn is to yeah. Okay, so I can't go there. And I can't get another card, so I might as well maximize the twigs I'm getting. 1, 2, 3. Nightweave. We are in summer, a basic event. And she qualifies for nuns and otherwise ties for everything else. So, and we're at counter. No, that's regular clockwise. So clockwise would be the city monument. I still need a card for me to get the Harvest Festival. Oh, and I haven't been paying too much attention to the specials. Shoot. Shopkeeper post office. Post. No, that's postal pigeon. Neighborhood Carver Chapel. Because I can't really pay attention to the specials because it doesn't work. There are no of these 2 ones for some, but not 2s. Okay, my turn. Take this farm. And gain a berry for having done that. I can now get the Harvest Festival. Yeah, I'll get the Harvest Festival as my next move, and then I don't have to worry about it because I have what I need in my hand. She can't take stuff from my hand. So, Nightweave's next move, Summer. Oh, she's already in the field, so move on to place a card and discard a card. Okay, so place a card is for Teacher. There you go. Yeah, so the next time she gets a special or basic event, she now qualifies for the Harvest Festival more than anything else. Right? So I'm just going to go ahead and take it for myself. Where is it? Oh, there it is. And you only have 1 red. Okay. So that's what I did. Nightweave. And in the summertime, this is clockwise. This is blocked. So we move on to that one. My turn. No. I'm just rereading those cards. Look out. No. Not even down there. Which means Nightweave will get them. She only needs to qualify with 1. I have to qualify with both. So, the power. Lay down. I'm going to do this in backwards order. I'm going to put 2. And then you get these points at the end of the game. And whereas you can do something with this right away, Nightweave. Place a worker in summertime on 3 twigs. And we are going counterclockwise here. So let's go wrap around. And it cannot be an open one. It has to be a closed off one. So that is where that ends up. The Haven is the only open spot that there is. So my turn. Now I will use the power of the farm You lay down a harvester. Now, gain a resource if paired with a gatherer. Done. And you have at least one farm in your city. Done. So, what resource do I want? Well, what would I like to do? Cranes are always good as far as I'm concerned. So if I gained another pebble, I would then not lose the pebble, you know what I mean? If I did a crane. School gives me a teacher. Each common critter in your city. Gain a resource. Perhaps do that. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spots taken. And I played a critter and another critter. You know, I know what I mean. You know what I mean. See, that's why I put this in front of my face, because if it was out here, I wouldn't even be looking at it. Okay. Nightweave. So, if Nightweave doesn't, or if this doesn't have a spider, oh, it does. So, do that, which means top card, ruins. Oh no, she's ruins. My turn. I played that crane, then I could play the school, then I could play the teacher. Yeah, and just be sure to remember to read may not be used with any other card playing ability. Another peddler. Okay, so that was my move. Worker. Okay, prepare for season. 1. And the 5th one comes with a monument, a basic event. Now, something I've not been doing because it hasn't come up, and it still hasn't come up, but we're getting closer, is that anytime it's prepare for season, you would also look to see if she would be able to get another basic event. In this case, she would have to have the actual amount, not a she has more of these cards, so she gets that. No, she would, to get this red one, for example, she would need to have 3 red cards at this prepare for season time. She does not have that. In fact, she wouldn't qualify to get anything at this point. But now's the time when it starts to come up. Where you're like, maybe she's actually going to qualify for that. It might have come up earlier. I need to make sure that I say that before moving on to autumn for Nightweave. So the other 3 workers. So she gets 2 more cards. So 1, 2. Let's shuffle that into her hand. And discard 2 cards from the meadow. 8 is another teacher. Well, we're both teachers, so. And 8. So that would just move to the next one. Peddler. Now replenish the meadow. Another farm. Judge. Oh, I like the judge. Courthouse, but no courthouse though. I do like the judge though. I just like the judge, and I have enough to be able to build the judge. Do I go ahead and do that? School. Teacher. Another one. Okay. Yeah, I like the judge so much that I'm just going to take him. I'll gain a berry for having done that, and discard and then gain a berry. You know what I mean. And I could still build the school without having to gain any resources. Replenish this. Doctor, you have a university. Okay. Nightweaves. Look at what I didn't do again. As long as it's done now, we'll switch to autumn and shuffle these up. And so forth. Autumn. Journey 4. Oof. I'm not in autumn and my turn. So this, you can replace 1 with 1. Well, I've been focusing on getting the school done, so I'll replace 1 resin with 1 berry. And for each common critter, well, my end game might be okay if next. Autumn special event. So, do you qualify for a special event? Okay, qualifies not even having 1 card. So we have to do the tiebreaker. And it's counterclockwise, so because you qualify equally for all of them, which is none of them, you'll take the far right one. My turn. Where's my cursor? Down there. No, the storehouse. No wood carver. Queen. A card worth up to 3 for free. Crane. It's a storehouse. Okay, what would I want to build? Nothing. 2 berries. Ain't nothing wrong with getting berries. All critters except for the farm. And I can just put a gatherer in there. Whew, rough. Two points versus 1 point. Okay, that'll be my tiebreaker. I'll make a storehouse. What do I put in there, though? Stone, resin, twigs, stones, usually hardest, berries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Berries? Because I have so many. Maybe I can focus on getting that queen. Nightweave. And autumn. Place a card from the meadow into your city. 1. Farm. Woodcarver. Ooh, woodcarver. My turn. 3 twigs to gain 1 each. Oh, I would need 3 twigs. And you're on. I'll eventually get some wood so I can get you. Okay, it's Nightweave's turn. It's Nightweave's turn. Autumn. Journey 5. Oh, Lord. What do I do with you? Oh, berry. Oh, I can. Okay. It's not ideal. You're already on the 3 twigs, so I'll just do this. Oops. 1, 2. And a card. Farm. Nightweave. Autumn on an open. Do I have an open? Nope. Move on to Journey 3. Nightweave has 12 points just from that. Just from that. My turn. That's right. I'm not rushing to the finish, and therefore I am not doing well. Only rushing to the finish will you be able to do well. Apparently. Or at least in this game. I will power the storehouse. Build a wood carver. I need to do, while doing that, pay up to 3 to gain 1 each. And unfortunately, I can't gain any more. Nightweave. A pop card into the city. Gatherer. Wood carver, but no chapel. Fine. 11. I think I need to prepare for season. I think I need to put this barge toad down. Gain 2 for each farm in your city, and I indeed 2 for each. I have 1. Nightweave. 3 sticks, and we're going clockwise. So 3 sticks leads to 2 resin. My turn. Now I need to prepare for season. So let's take my workers. Gain a resin. Gain a resin if I have a farm, get an additional, or berry, get an additional 1. Gain a berry. Place. I don't have a activated green space cards around, do I? No. What do I want? Berries? Yes. Get that queen. 3. Gain 2 for each farm in your city. I already did that. I'm gonna do that again. Just activate, activated, activated that, and then Up to 3 to gain 1 each. Not this. This. Oh, that's a 6, not a 5. My mistake. And these have all been activated now. Okay. And so we go to Nightweave's Autumn special event. You qualify for anything. Nope, qualifies for not a 1. So starts clockwise and takes this one clockwise. My turn. What am I doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got 3 spaces left. Monk, but no dungeon. Woodcarver, but no chapel. Go for the queen. Go for the queen, I suppose. Nightweave. Autumn. Take a card from the middle. Gatherer. And place her, right? Yeah, place her. My turn. I'll take the queen. And place Nightweave. Place a worker on a basic event. There only is one. Qualify for. My turn. Clock tower. Clock tower to give me 3 points. Do I want to go for the clock tower? I could go for the minor mole. Clock tower can give me 3 points though. Alright. Let's go here to get a pebble anyways. And 1, 2, 3 cards down to my 4. Another storehouse, an innkeeper, and another crane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nightweave. It's a worker on the top left. My turn. What am I doing? Am I going for the mine? There's no mine or mole. Clock tower. There's also no historian. Banner. Another. Come on. Teacher. Okay, yeah, it does count at the end of the game. So let's get 1, 2, 3. Just go for points. Oh. Nightweave is now done. Waiting for me to finish now. So I'm going to build the clock tower. What am I doing? 1, 2, 3. Oh, I missed that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and a pebble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh dear, oh dear. Wonder, nope. Wow. Woodcarver and monk, but no dungeon or chapel. You passed, so it's my turn. Queen worth up to 3. No cards worth 3. And still 2. What can I do? I'm not. I can't cycle through cards. I might just have to play a card for free. Because there's nothing. There's no way I'm getting 4 berries. I have nothing that's more than 2 points. Huh. I might just have to play a card and then get a point token. Play a card. This is common, so I could just place it. Mine's also common. Oh, kind of done-ish now. Gain a pebble. And pass my turn. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15. This another wanderer. I guess I just gain cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. And a shopkeeper. And a point token. Okay. And that's a game. So I'm going to count points. I'll count mine first. Okay, so versus. So my card points. 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's count this as point tokens. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 21, 25, 27, 28, 29, 32 for just cards. Prosperities. Oh, that's counting with prosperities, so 29. So 3 commons, character, commons, construction. So one of each. So just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 plus the 3, 13. Events. I indeed actually ended up getting an event. Journey. I could have done that, but didn't. I should have done that, but didn't. Because really, I could have done this. Discarded literally any 2. And then, boom, I have 2 points instead of 1. Instead of 1. 2. And point tokens. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Add it together, and what do you got? Is that 39? So 42, 45, 47, 55. Assuming that's correct. Nightweave. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 19,
20. Oh, wait. So 19 for regular cards. Prosperity is what this is. So, prosperity for each unique critter. 1. Events. And we've got that and that. So events 369 plus in this game 3 points per special event. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 extra points. And 12, like I said, for journey. And point tokens, that's a 3. So 3. And so 20, 35, 47, 50. Really? I won? All right. Tell me how I messed up, because I haven't won before against Nightweave. There we go. So thank you very much for joining me as I go through the base Nightweave in the Mistwood expansion. Have fun.